Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining in. Guys, I'm excited about today's video because we're talking about women. I feel like I didn't really have to wait for, Women's Month or Women's Day to actually tell you as a woman that you are amazing and you are special. And not just to me, but to the entire universe. Can you really imagine what this world would be without a woman? Like, I really cannot. I can't imagine. And of course, if you're a guy watching this, can you really imagine this world without us? I don't think so. But anyway, I just want to say, women, I appreciate you. I'm crushing on you today. So yeah, I love you so much. So I feel like today we need to touch a bit on, business, especially amongst women. So I have a few suggestions, or I guess tips, in terms of how you as a woman can actually be successful in your business. So point number one, or tip number one, if you can call it, is support other women. As women, support one another. And I am saying this because I've also experienced it myself in my business, in the projects that I've done, that majority of the people that support me is actually women. And I believe that that is actually some indication that, there is some growth and some connection between women, because they really work together well and all that. So support other women, because with you doing that, you stand a chance to actually, grow your business and somehow find potential, collaborations in business with other women. So do support one another. Guys, even here on YouTube, majority of my subscribers are women, and that says to me that there is something that I'm doing that women really enjoy and love. So take a note of that, and not just maybe on YouTube, or not just because I'm a woman, but I believe that women in general do support one another. So do support other women. Okay, all right. So point number two, do not be in competition with other women. I feel like this is the biggest mistake that majority of the women do, or maybe some, let me not say majority, of some of the women do. Like, trying to compete with another person is really not ideal. So there's a difference between healthy competition and you wanting to compete just because you want to stand out and look better than another person. And I feel like doing that, you are wasting your time, mainly because the time that you're investing in trying to be better than someone else, you could actually be focusing on what you're good at and focusing on how you can better that and grow that, instead of wanting to either copycat another person or somehow look better than them and all that. I feel like even if we are in the same field, so it's okay to obviously want to be on your toes and keep your business running and become better than other businesses, and you do this in the right way. And doing this is you finding your unique way of running your brand or running your business, and making it stand out from the rest. So if you see someone doing something, think of what is it that you can do better. Whether we have the same business, we are both in design, or we both own salons and everything, there has to be something that is original and authentic and unique about your brand compared to another person's. So I think that's the only way you could actually stand out and say you are having a healthy competition. So do not try to be a copycat and somehow copy what other people are doing. Just be you, find you, and yeah, I think that is the healthy way of building a business. All right, so that is point number two. Point number three, let me see my notes. Okay, know the difference between friendship and business. All right, so I feel like, okay, maybe not all women would agree, but I feel like as women, we have obviously that a bit of emotions going on. We are very soft, and sometimes we get somehow taken away easily, because we are soft-hearted and we hurt easily type of thing, you know. So let's say, for example, you are in a business with your friend. I feel like we need to set our emotions aside. So if you somehow you have emotions going on, please make sure that you set them aside and focus on business. If you feel like you guys are having arguments and all that, and it's affecting the business and all that, find a way to communicate and not allow that to ruin your business. Because you have to realize that you want a successful business. You don't want a business that will die tomorrow just because you guys had an argument in the morning that wasn't resolved, and now the entire day was ruined and no work was done just because of that. So let's not do that as women. Let's set aside our feelings, and of course communication is the best key. If you feel like something is not sitting right by you, make sure that you communicate it and you guys are on the same page. In that way we are all happy, right? Agree with me? All right, so that's how I feel like we need to really do things. Because guys, there's really no need to focus on something that you cannot change. You either deal with it or you find yourself wasting time that you could have actually invested in something else. All right, so point number four is, as a woman, stand your ground in business. So what I mean is, do not actually allow your voice to not be heard. You must actually have a voice and stand for what you believe in. So if you happen to walk into a room where it's full of male dominated people, and then you feel like, ish, I can't really say my opinion or voice out how I feel about a certain project or whatever, you feel like, hey, they will think less of me and all that. I feel like those are things of the past. Right now the world has changed. Women are actually taking over businesses. They are not actually stagnant or feel like, hey, I don't have a move or something like that. You know what? Women are out there, are actually leading businesses. They manage, all type of businesses. So do not actually lower your voice because you feel like you are intimidated or by other people. Don't do that. And not just the guys, especially with women. Sometimes you walk into a room and then I'm not trying to dwell much into negativity or anything, but there are women that are always out there to just bring you down. So you will get women that will try to look for that small thing, something that you can do that is actually out of line, that they can use against you or somehow make you feel small or something like that. You will get women that will just hate you for nothing, for not doing anything. Like, just because you look beautiful, you wearing nice clothes, you driving a beautiful car, you own an amazing business, they'll just hate you for no reason. And you are not going to allow that. So you just have to focus on your goal, focus on why you're there, on why you are actually at that position or at that place or whatever environment. So make sure that you focus on that and avoid other things. Because you know what, the last thing you want to do is to focus on the negative things that are happening around and end up losing focus on what you were there for. You remember you are there to secure the bag, to sign the deal, and move on and then continue with life. So that's what you need to do, and then that's it. So that is what I think you should take into account. And the very last point, build long-lasting relationships. So building long-lasting relationships is the most important thing. And this is, even if you are not intending to be in business at that point with that person and all that, but if they happen to be a potential in terms of working together with you, make sure that you build that long-term relationship, and that long-lasting one that is healthy and great. So why am I saying this? I'm saying this because business can be something else. There can be something in my business that I do that you might need tomorrow. You might not need it today, but maybe one day you will need it. So if I had networked well and engaged with you well at a conference or whatever, and I can actually see that somehow you're doing great, even though it's not in line with what I do, but somehow I can see that, you know what, those are the kind of people you want to position yourself with, type of thing. So those are people that you need to somehow take into account and make sure that you somehow connect with them one way or the other. So that's what you want to do for yourself, so that at some point you can, you know, grow your brand or grow your business by connecting with other people. You'll never know. Because another thing, do not just be that kind of person who walks into an event and just be there and, you know, sit and look gorgeous, look beautiful, listen to what is said, and not actually engage or interact with other people or network for that matter. I mean, if you're a woman and you're in business, you need to take these opportunities. And if there's a tea break, that tea break of 5 or 10 minutes, you can actually talk to a lot of people, and you'll never know, whatever that you might say to someone might actually be, you know, of influence to you. And yeah, and then you can end up working together or collaborating at some point. So those are the things that I feel like you need to take into account. All right guys, so that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Do share with me, what is it that you feel like you've got to learn in terms of working with other women? Have you experienced what I've experienced, the way I worked with women, and I believe that they have been a great support in my life, in my business? So maybe you have a different view, but let me know. Do comment, please share, tell me your experience, and yeah, let's talk about this. I look forward to hearing what you have to say. And yeah, please don't forget to click on that subscribe button and the notification bell, guys, so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I love you and I appreciate you.